Hello, everyone. This is my audience. My name is Jessica Reed, and tonight we're going to discuss one of my job positions as a direct care counselor for teenage kids with behavior issues and restraints that we do with our kids. And I am here to inform everyone why my facility would like to no longer do restraints on children and what we do to make sure these restraints are safe for children when we do have to do restraints. No one wants to do restraints, but when I started at this company 20 years ago, we had to get certified in doing 6 different restraints to kids, which I can say now, since there has been so many injuries and even leading into fatalities, we now only do 2 restraints. But our goal is still to make sure that we become hands off. And with that, we're going to talk a little bit about restraints and why we're our goal of becoming hands off. Our facility is aiming to become training employees in therapeutic crisis intervention that helps the staff to be more therapeutic towards the children instead of putting your hands on or having to restrain a child if they're having a episode or an issue. Physical restraints are only to be used if an agency policy states regulation regarding restraints allow it. Also, if the child is individual crisis support plan states that the child could be restrained. Our professional dynamic risk assessment indicates it. Physical restraint should not be used for several reasons. To demonstrate authority, some people feel like if they're in a power struggle with a child, they can respond by showing their authority by putting their hands on the child. That is not tolerated at all at our facility. So, another reason why is to enforce compliance or inflict pain or injury on a child. We also don't use it to punish or discipline. We have things in place instead of restraints to punish or discipline the child. A few reasons why restraints should be not be used is if the adult cannot control their anger. We don't want any adult inflicting pain on a child just because they're angry at them. Also, if the adult cannot control that child, if the child is larger than the staff, or if the child has a weapon, adult or if we're in a public place. We've had situations where we took kids out for outings and activities, and some kids have an episode while they're out with their behavior. We are not allowed to restrain them in public. So if it lead up to it, we do call the law enforcement, but we avoid doing restraints in public. If a kid has predisposing risk factors such as if they're obese, if they're under the influence of drug or alcohol, or have a underlying natural disease. These are things that we have stated in their charts to let us know that the child don't need to be, that we can't restrain a child because of they have underlying conditions. Also, it's important not to do improper restraints, which includes putting pressure on the child neck or chest, or having the child in a position where their arm, incorrect position with their arms, obstructing the nose or mouth can also cause a child to become asphyxiated. Abnormal positioning of the body, we are not allowed to, if any of those symptoms or any of those things occur, we have to stop the restraint immediately. Also, some other signs we look for is if the child's skin color is changing, or if the child is breathing a certain respiration is off, we immediately stops a restraint. Some of the things that restraining someone, our goal is to be completely hands off. Therapeutic crisis intervention teaches us that. It teaches us to do restraint safely and to stop restraints when it's unsafe for a child. So at my facility, our goals is to be hands off with no type of restraints. Thank you.